Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Happy
what's cool,
Friday.
everybody? I need to mute. Hello. My buttons
What
are
up,
working.
Rudak? Hey, Keith. Man, Keith, I hope you're doing okay. The smoke, I remember when we had the fires in Oregon a couple years ago. The smoke was just so bad. And burning houses are like
Super toxic.
super toxic. I've heard, like, not to get too morbid right off the bat, but people who die in house fires, they don't die from smoke inhalation. They actually die from what's the stuff when you burn formaldehyde? It turns into.
Oh, I don't even know what it turns into.
It turns into some poison that they used in Vietnam all the time.
Oh yeah. Now that.
So anyway, I hope you're doing okay, Keith. Hey Emma, hey Tugboat, hey Kevin. It's good to see y'all. What up, Carrie? Good to see you. Hey, Dowie88. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael. And Keith.
And Seth.
And Seth.
And Mark.
Hey, Mark.
That's everybody right now, I think. What's cool, everybody? What you got going on?
Keith, I'm glad the skies have cleared up. That is always so scary. Ugh. Man, the stuff in LA is really awful. Hey, Cooper. So today we're doing something very pleasant. I'm working on I'm going to do some artwork for my library. This is the mascot that I developed. It's basically the library. It used to be a fire station, but they built a new one kind of on the other side of town and turned the old one into the library. So that's why it has these big doors up front. But I have a couple very cute drawings of this guy that I need to do we're going to put them on like bookmarks and stuff. Thanks, Keith. Hey, Rudak. Yeah, Fire Station Library is rad, like, in theory. But it's kind of a compromise. I'm looking forward. We're working on a plan to get a new library, but it's like a 5 or 10 year plan at this point.
I'm very grateful for the library that we do have now.
Yeah. Keith asked whatever happened to the tote bags. They didn't actually make tote bags with the logo. What did they make with those? They made some other
T-shirts. Didn't they make T-shirts?
I don't think they made T-shirts.
Oh.
They gave me the stuff that they printed it on. They can't remember what it is right now.
But maybe someday still.
A fire pole. I don't think anyone ever lived here. Although, you know, there is sort of an office upstairs that I've never been in. That maybe.
What's upstairs though was added. It wasn't originally up there.
Oh, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I think
that's the case.
It's very likely that you're right.
I think it was added just a few years ago. And I think you're right. I don't think anyone stayed at this fire station.
No, Tugboat the library will not have legs. Although I do have a sketch. One of my sketches, he does have legs.
He? The library is a he?
I've been saying a he, but I mean, to be honest, the library is a non-binary icon.
Mm-hmm. Baba Yaga library.
Baba Yaga library. Yeah. So I was trying to decide. We got these like potted plants out front. on either side of the front door, and we decided to treat them like hands, which is pretty cute.
So you're just trying it out to see if it's going to work?
Pretty confident with that. I got it off screen a little bit. I don't know if they actually read like hands, but they're cute enough. I don't care. In my mind, it works well.
Can you put little motion lines? The little...
Oh, yeah, maybe like little... I don't know. It's kind of a small detail, so I don't know how well it reads.
Yeah.
So my plan is to do these sketches and then I'll lightbox them onto some watercolor paper. And I will do a kind of tighter drawing with a colored pencil and then color it with watercolor. And we'll see how it goes.
Rudak and Michael think that they look like hands. Dawi says that they look like hands when you see both of them together, both pictures together. Dylan thinks they look like foam swords.
Foam swords?
Yeah. I think once it's colored, it won't be. Yeah. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth. Good to see you. Library plant mittens. Yeah, I think that's that's kind of how they read, is very mitteny.
Mm-hmm.
One hard thing is getting this mouth the right size, because there's like a level of smallness that is super cute.
Your hat's in the way of drawing, of watching you draw. It's not in the way of you drawing. Aw, that size mouth is very cute.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Elizabeth is asking, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing good. I'm very close. Just like a few pages away from having my 28-page webcomic all inked. Not finished coloring yet, but very, very exciting.
Yeah, that's been a huge project for you.
Yeah. Anything else cool going on with anybody? Thanks, y'all.
I had a really good week. I got so much work done this week. It was silly. And then today, kind of like, I got upset about Instagram and Facebook, and it like wrecked my day. But I did finally come to a decision to get rid of my Instagram. So I don't know when I'm going to do that, but it'll be soon.
But he is on Kara and on BlueSky.
Yeah.
And here every Friday. I will put his give y'all how to find him on BlueSky and on Kara here in the chat.
Oh man, I can't remember how to get this off the block. Come on. Got 2 sheets here.
Oh, Seth has some cool news.
Oh yeah?
Seth's script is almost done, and they'll be able to make rough thumbnail storyboards soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a great milestone.
Other people are considering getting off of Instagram and Facebook too, honey.
That would be amazing. I really I want nothing but failure for those companies. They're just not beneficial to humanity. Right now, I'm still reasonably satisfied with BlueSky, but it's they're on the edge. they're on thin ice.
They're not always great with moderating transphobic posts.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest issue you've seen so far, or you?
Yeah, that was the thing. They had a thing a couple very early on, I think when they were still invite only, where they were allowing users to have racist usernames.
Oh.
And it took a lot of effort from the user base to sort of get them to stop that, to allow, you could finally report people for having a racist username. And they were bad usernames.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, there was a thing where there's that transphobic reporter, quote unquote reporter guy,
who's still on the site, isn't he?
He quit the site, I think. I think he got enough attention out of it that he was satisfied.
Mm. Yeah, it is troubling, Mark. He says it's troubling how social media platforms skew so hard towards accepting anti-trans bigotry.
Yeah, I mean they skew towards protecting just ultra conservative voices. I mean, remember Twitter, they got accused of banning people for being conservative when they were being banned for being racist.
Mm-hmm.
And now, it's quite literally a right-wing propaganda outlet, and there is no congressional hearings about oh, but what about liberals? How come they don't get a voice? I don't know. It's absurd.
Yep. Rudak, car's been slow for me too.
Yeah, very, very slow. But to be honest, for me, that's nice.
Okay.
I I really, really enjoyed my time on BlueSky when it was invite only, and there was hardly anyone there. And that was probably my best social media mental health time of ever.
Honey, your hat keeps getting in the way of your drawing.
It's all right.
It's all right. Oh, Typo says the roof looks like a book.
It does kind of look like a book. Definitely intentionally making there's no straight lines. Everything's a little curved line, which sort of makes it feel like pages curling.
Oh, you did that intentionally?
No.
Oh, okay. it also looks, even though the library is just sitting there, it looks more animated to have the lines curved.
Yeah.
Rudak has some cool news.
Oh, yeah?
Rudak is back to work on their comic and landed their first commission of the year.
Oh, nice.
That is fun.
Man, I can't decide if I want to do library in the art or if I want to add the text digitally.
Dawi, the drawing is indeed based on the real building.
Yes.
The real building has 2 fireman doors and the door in the center and 2 plant pots, potted plants, plant pot. I don't know. Yeah, that is pretty much what it looks like. A little caricature of it. Oh my gosh, does the library have a name besides library?
Not really. Like, I'll show a picture of here's the real library. Looks like that. This is just a screen grab from Google Maps.
Maybe the library needs a name. Charlie. Charlie Library. Libby. Libby Rary.
Libby Rary. I don't know why that's very funny to me.
Elizabeth had not heard of BlueSky until today. Yeah, BlueSky's I don't know how common knowledge it is globally. But
yeah, it's basically like it works basically the same as Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
The difference being that there's no algorithm on BlueSky, so it's just the accounts you follow in chronological order. And there are like third-party things set up so you can have different algorithms, but they're all you get to choose which ones you use.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the strength of it, is that there's no algorithm. So like, and there's a real healthy culture of blocking people who come in and try to be like, you know, stir shit and cause problems. Like, they get blocked pretty quick.
There's no ads.
No ads. Their intention is to finance it by like having subscriptions. So like, for example, if you want to post videos, posting a 1-minute video is free, but if you want to post something longer, then you'll need a subscription for that.
And you can choose who you see in your feed. So if you click on the thing that just shows to just see people that you follow, then that's all you see.
So it's pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect. There's definitely still, they have a real big bot problem right now. Like after the election, signups, like people were leaving Twitter so fast, and signups on BlueSky went nuts, and it's just like, I don't know, probably 25 or 30% of my followers right now are bots, or inauthentic accounts.
And I'm not always able to know for sure if it's just like a new person to BlueSky or if it's a bot. Just looking at their
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Like people are so like internet brained that sometimes they're an actual human, but they post just like they're a bot.
I assume that a lot of the ones that have not posted anything and have just started following people, I assume they might be a bot, but I never know for sure. Because, like I said, it could be someone brand new.
Well, and there are a lot of people who like on social media will go on and follow people that they want to follow and never post.
And not post, yeah.
Even on Twitter, that was a really common thing.
Yeah, you can block certain words.
Yeah, you can mute words and mute people.
Yep.
And the block is they call it the nuclear block, which is kind of silly, but the block is done in such a way that if you block someone, your followers can't see their posts either. It's a very good block, and it prevents a lot of drama. It actually works really well.
And Kevin is asking, how good is Kara compared to BlueSky? I don't really feel like they're
not really
that very comparable.
Yeah, like BlueSky or Kara rather is a lot more like I never used it, but I think it's a lot more like ArtStation or something like that. It's really centered around
just art,
posting art and images, but also being able to do like you can write like I don't think there's a character limit for a post, so you can write very long posts to go along with your art. But like each account has on Kara, each account has a portfolio section where you can just post stuff to your portfolio. That's really nice.
Did they ever get that night shading squared away?
No, they did not.
Okay.
They originally had a automatic nightshade, which is like an anti-AI filter you can put on your images. But I think what happened was they had a ton of new signups, and running nightshade is actually very, very intensive. I'm not actually sure if it's any better, like energy-wise, than running an AI thing.
Oh, you think it took too much energy?
Yeah, like when I run Nightshade on my laptop,
it takes a while.
It takes so long, and it's like it makes my laptop so hot. Like it's clearly really like hitting the CPU really, really hard. But I don't know. I'm sort of talking out of my ass because I don't actually know.
So Alpha Llama Llama came on while we were chatting, and Cooper and Joseph. Hello, y'all.
Hey, yeah.
And Jaden, hi. Let's see. What other stuff have we missed? Oh, Cooper. That's awesome. Cooper says they loved hanging out in the local library in their small town growing up. A land of possibility. So true.
My library growing up, I grew up in Temecula, California, before it turned into sort of like a giant suburban sprawl place. And it was like, it was smaller than our current library. It was like it was in a strip mall, and it was tiny, tiny, tiny. But I got so many, I checked out so many Pogo books from there.
Is that what started your fascination with Pogo?
Yeah, like I just loved comics so much at that point already, and the only comics they really had they had like a ton of Pogo books, and they had like New Yorker comic strips and stuff, like collections of that, and I really poured over those. The smallest public library in the nation. Wow. That's got to be small because I have I have been in some very, very small public libraries.
That's pretty cool. I wonder how big, just how big that is. The smallest public library.
Oh, this is going to be Alpha Llama Llama. To answer your question, this is going to be the library mascot, and they're going to put him on like bookmarks and stickers and stuff.
Tugboat asks, what book is that dude holding up? Lonesome Hunters? Honey, your hat is in the way again. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm going to do any splatter on these guys.
Oh, J Dem left. If you're still here, J Dem, thanks for popping in. Look forward to seeing you in the future.
Oh, geez, I hadn't really thought about how these eyes are going to work.
Oh. Like, are they going to be white ovals, or are you going to color them green?
I think I want them to be white, and then, but I think I need to do a gradient on the bottom.
Cooper asks, anybody remember microfiche at the library?
Oh,
Pre-computer age? Heck yeah. And
I actually had a thing recently when I was working on Out of Alcatraz where I could not find the script called for going to a sheriff's station in a very specific town, and I could not find a photo of the sheriff's station, and ended up calling the library there in town, and they looked it up on their microfilm and sent me an email with a photo of it.
From microfiche?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was from that because it was a news article about the opening of the sheriff's station from 1940 something.
Wow.
And it was incredible. Like it was like I sort of called on a lark because I was like, maybe they would entertain this, but I called them up and they were like, yes, we know where to find that information, sir.
Yep.
That's what they're
like Joseph said, libraries and other places still use microfiche. Michael's local library growing up, that's where they first were introduced to drawing the Marvel way.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember if I got that from the public library or from my school library. But it was definitely a library book. There was also that, there was a series of books that was like how to draw 50 dinosaurs and how to draw 50 animals. Was it 50? It had to have been 50. But I was obsessed with those books when I was a kid. Photocopied the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. Copyright infringement.
Carrie, I'm having a ghost of a memory too of a library class in like high school or middle school about how to introduce everyone to the library. I for sure had what was the card catalog lessons multiple times.
Oh, the Dewey Decimal System.
Dewey Decimal System, yeah. Oh, Tugboat's library had the Smithsonian collection of comic strips.
Oh, I got a copy of that right over there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it ruined me.
Over here to my right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smithsonian Book of Comic Strip Comics.
I'm looking for it. I found it.
Yeah, I lost the dust jacket a million years ago, but this thing.
It'll bring Tugboat memories.
Had like the really cool thing about this book was that it was reproduced from scanning the comics, like the printed comic. So you get to see like the newsprint color and well, actually, this was what year is this? I doubt they scanned it. They probably photographed it. 81. Yeah, so this is definitely just photographed. But there's so many great like they got some good spirit comics in here. If I can find them. They got the first issue of Superman printed in here. Such a great book. Some very early Pogo, Walt Kelly stuff. Oh, man, I think this book was a gift to me, but I don't remember who gave it to me. I've had this since I was like, I don't know, 12.
Really?
Yeah, this is a book
awesome.
I've had since I was a little kid.
Did it have the dust jacket at the time?
It may have, but I do not remember.
Keith says that DC finally released a style guide from the 80s.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to get a copy of that pretty bad, but it was expensive.
Oh, really?
What up, Kelly? Long time no see.
Hi, Kelly.
How are you doing?
Kelly has a new cat.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the new cat.
A black cat.
What?
I can't remember his name, though.
Aw.
Or do you have another cat besides that guy?
He says the style guide is officially released now, and it's not so expensive. and then like a giant grinny face. So now I don't know if Keith's being sarcastic.
I can't remember. It was like 60 or 70 bucks or something like that.
Oh, that doesn't seem so bad.
It's not too bad, but it was like more than I wanted to pay for a style guide that I didn't need.
Tugboat says the way you've colored it, the
Looks like a
library looks like
Jolly
Jolly
Rancher.
Rancher.
They're jolly at least.
Keith assures me that they are not being sarcastic. He is not being sarcastic.
That sounds like the sort of thing a sarcastic person would say.
Oh. His name is Kenny, and he's a Siamese cat.
Oh my gosh. Black cat is Hank.
Kenny is very chill. Aw. That's good. I sometimes wonder if Tibbs would like to have a friend.
A colleague.
Yeah, although she hated having her siblings here for that month or so that they lived here.
Yeah, but she did like Tula a lot.
She did. I think she maybe would like someone, and she did seem to miss Pants when Pants died.
Yeah.
Yeah, partner in crime, Emma. I think it's still too early to get another dog.
Yeah, for me anyway.
Yeah, siblings are siblings. Yep. Yeah, she had a sibling rivalry. Everybody would tell her that she played too rough. You're too rough, Tibbs. And Tibbs would not listen to them. Kenny and Hank are in separate rooms. That's good. I would like to do that. I don't think I've done that with any pets except for the chickens. The little baby chickens. I hear that that's a really good way to, if you want them to be friends, that's a very good way to do it. So is this, are you going to show the library board these two different pictures, or are you just gonna do both of them and give them to the library for them to choose which one they'll use?
I'm going to do a bunch of them, and then hopefully we can use them in different situations. So like, for example, this one where the kid is showing the library their book can be used for the summer reading program.
Oh, nice. Dylan's right. The door on the left that doesn't have the trees in front of it, or the plants in front of it, it does look like a little tiny apron.
This little guy?
Nope. Oh, the little brown door. Nope. The front one.
The front one?
Yeah. Looks like a little brown apron.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
Oh, the library I don't think is paying Tyler to do this. Tyler's on the library board.
Yeah. No, this is a volunteer thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, it is cool.
What is cool?
That you're on the library board and that you're doing this as a volunteer thing.
Yeah, I like the library. And it's very fun to participate in. One of the things about living in a very small town is that the local government is like very local. And it's
if you
like
wanna,
very easy to be a part of it and
and to
participate.
make some positive change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And feeling hopeless and we're frustrated with federal politics. Doing stuff like this feels like you're doing something to make the world a better place, even if it's just like right around you.
Yeah.
And trying to help neighbors that we know or don't know.
The thing that actually doing this, because it, like, I don't really participate too much in like directly in city stuff, but it is related, so I do get a lot of. I'm more aware of like city politics than I would normally be.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that's very sort of interesting about it is that it is all amateur hour. Like it is not. It is literally just your neighbors trying really hard to figure this stuff out, and it. I don't know. It just makes it a lot more. It feels a lot more democratic when you realize how it is just your neighbors trying to figure this stuff out.
Mm-hmm. Keith asks, "When will you run for town mayor?" And then Dylan said, "But Keith, that would mean that we wouldn't have comic book cooldown anymore." But I think that if you did become mayor, you'd still have plenty of time to do comic book cooldown.
Yeah, like I don't know how much you guys want to talk about how local politics works, but our town is what they call a weak mayor form of government, where the mayor is a volunteer position that is basically the leader of the city council, and the city council are all volunteer positions. And the day-to-day running of the city is by a city manager, which is a salaried position, and it is a person that the city council hires.
So the mayor often still has a full-time job on top of being mayor.
Yeah, like the mayor can't make a living being the mayor of our town.
It seems like a very part-time position, volunteer position to be mayor.
Yeah, for sure. There's no way you could do it full time. Like you couldn't even like come up with enough work to do.
Tugboat even says the mayor of their town owns a restaurant, and sometimes they see him waiting tables. That's
Yep.
probably close to our town too. Oh, Carrie says the mayor of Fremont, New England, in the 80s and 90s owned a gas station, and you could pay extra to have him pump your gas.
Corruption.
Y'all would have to pay extra for comic book cooldown. No. I can't even joke about it.
Oh my god, that would be really funny if I was like, could literally claim to be the mayor of comics.
You could do that now. You could run to be mayor of comics. Oh, Nebraska. Thanks, Carrie. I was educated in America. I do not know what NE stands for. Dolly is asking a comic book publishing question.
Yes.
Do you get paid when they reprint your comic one of your comics with Dark Horse or any others?
It depends on the contract and the book. For example, Harrow County and Lonesome Hunters, because I own those, or at least am part owner in Harrow County, I get paid royalties. So when the book gets reprinted, I don't necessarily get paid for the reprint rights, but I do get paid with the profit that they make from those reprints. With books like Black Hammer was actually a work for hire gig, so I don't get any royalties from those at all. But you should still buy them because they're good.
We got people already voting for you to be mayor of comics. Barry's another name for the library.
Barry. Oh my god, that is really good. Library.
Mm-hmm. And if the library is French, they could be Le Barry.
Le Barry.
Yeah, what I did didn't sound French at all. Limesberry. Oh my gosh, because they're green.
Because they're green.
Tugboat. That's excellent. Do y'all remember Marion the Librarian? No, I don't.
What's that from?
I don't know. I will look it up.
So I thought the blue colored pencil would work, but I think it's too pale. I think I gotta go black with the color, with the outlines.
Marion the Librarian is from Music Man. I don't think I've ever actually seen Music Man.
Yeah, I don't know if I have either.
Remember Conan the Librarian from UHF? No, not really. I've watched UHF a ton, but for some reason I'm not.
UHF is like, there's so many jokes in UHF you can't like keep track of them all. Keith is all about that Conan the Librarian though. Got a hairdryer.
Carrie says there was a kids show about a witch who captured Marion the Librarian and kept her in a tower to make her read stories to her every week. That's awesome.
Oh, jeez. My pencil sharpener's in the wrong place.
It's called Once Upon a Time. But not the Once Upon a Time that's the live action fairy tale thing, right? It was on PBS. I found it. I will have to watch that when after comic book cooldown. It was a missed opportunity for them to spell Marion with an O instead of an A like librarian. It's got good, the show has good intro music. Awesome. Or at least that's how Carrie remembers it. Nostalgia may play a factor here. I'm prepared, Carrie. I will not judge you poorly for your recommendation. And nostalgia is one hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma started watching that 90s dinosaur TV show.
Which one?
I think it's called Dinosaurs? Dino?
Oh, the live action one.
Yeah, with the puppets.
Oh, man. I could never watch that. It was like way too upsetting.
Really? Why?
Just the puppets were like...
Oh, the puppets bothered you?
Yeah. They're upsetting.
Not the mama. That's right, Joseph. Oh, thank you, Keith. Hit the like button if you like this this comic book cooldown so far.
If you like it so far, it could go off the rails at any second.
Keith said, "Oh, hey, hey, Kevin." Kevin says that's so interesting. I would have thought that dinosaurs would the TV show wouldn't have scared you because you draw such scary stuff.
Like, I draw scary stuff, but like those dinosaurs are a different level.
Bye, Mark.
See you, Mark.
Hi,
Thanks for dropping in.
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, what's up, dude?
Dylan's rewatching the Flintstones.
Oh, wow.
How is it for you so far, Dylan? I don't know why that was such a mouthful.
There was a post I saw on BlueSky today that was like, it was a screenshot of somebody posting about why they were gonna stop posting their Fred and Barney shipping fiction.
What?
And because they were really upset because they found out that like it wasn't actually. Well, they found out that the show was a parody of the Honeymooners,
Oh, yeah.
and they were really upset about that.
Oh.
They thought it was a pure story about cavemen, not some commercialized thing about honeymooners.
I hope your dinner is delicious.
Yeah, I hope your work isn't too much.
Yeah. Dylan says that the Flintstones, it's not bad. It's funny still, but it's too boomer humor with physical violence and all the yelling. Yeah, I can see that.
And there's like a, if I remember right, there's like a weird misogynistic streak about it too.
Mm-hmm. Kevin says, I like my caveman stories pure and untainted by anything modern. I say in 2025. Tugboat says the black line really transforms the drawings.
Yeah, I think it really like helps define these shapes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely horrified of misspelling library. 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 Library.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did it.
There's a Flintstones comic that.
Yeah, there was like a Flintstones comic that was getting a lot of like really good reviews. And it was like was it about like unions? Like workers' unions or something like that? I don't know. It's like they took Flintstones and decided to do something kind of unexpected with it.
Oh my gosh, Emma, you're so right. Dinosaurs is also a parody of the Honeymooners.
Oh yeah.
What is with that? But Emma says that most episodes are about challenging societal norms.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it's also like the Archie Bunker. What is that? The Archie Bunker.
All in the Family.
All in the Family.
God, I want to convince the library that we should paint this face on the library.
Oh, that would be so cute. Can they do it on the surface of on the corrugated surface? I guess they could get plywood.
Yeah. There's some way it can happen.
Yeah, All in the Family was the name of the show. Kevin says, time to make Tyler's ultimate horror comic, Dinosaur Puppets. Going to the library, B-E-R-R-Y. Misspelled library. Gary says that they'll buy these these drawings to support your library.
Say what?
Very cute. Carrie says that they'll buy these to support your library.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we need to figure out a way for that for them to be purchasable somehow.
Oh, Keith makes a great suggestion. Googly eyes. Ginormous googly eyes.
There's also, I forgot. Like, this guy is supposed to have little surprise lines coming off them. They're very happy to see this.
Someone
book.
showing a book, yeah.
Although this is like if somebody reached inside of you and pulled a little bit of your guts out and then showed it to you. Oh.
Kevin, you've got googly eyes as big as your head? Wow. Where have you been hiding those? Emma says, look, your appendix. And Kevin says, that's the face I also make when being disemboweled.
There we go. That's pretty cute.
Very cute. It makes a little circle with the library's rosy cheeks.
Oh, it does. That was unintentional, but it works well. All right, I think that's going to do it for the night. Just an hour of two little libraries.
Oh, that's another name. Little Brary. Little Brary.
Little Brary. I'm going to write down Little Berry.
Brary.
Little Brary. It's just that Berry is a name that exists already. But
True.
I've never heard of a Brary. Little Brary.
Lilyberry.
Libby.
He says, you can draw another one if you want.
I'm done for the week, man. This day is taking it out of me.
I like how your shadows, I love it when watercolor does that, where it bleeds and then the pigment clumps.
Oh, like you get the hard edge?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. Watercolor is really like an incredible medium.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, Cooper.
Me or Tyler.
Yeah, it's already been a long year, man.
Yeah, it has, Kevin.
Nice, Carrie. Yeah, go to the library this weekend. Go to the library this week. You might not know this, but at least in the U.S., if you go to the library, it it increases their funding because they're usually funded by usage. So the more people that use the library, the more funding they get, and even just going in the door counts, and it's helpful.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So go to the library, see what they got going on. Make sure you have a library card.
Joseph goes to the library like it's their job, because it is.
Good job.
Thanks, Joseph.
Oh, thanks, Dylan. All right. Yeah, let's call it quits. Don't forget to like the video if you did like it, and also go tell the people you love how much you love them.
And have a wonderful weekend.
Yep. I love all you guys. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next Friday. Bye.
Bye, everybody.